Hey, future RN, if you're struggling to connect all the bits and pieces of information for the NCLEX, trust me, concept maps are one of the best study tools you can possibly use. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make them and why they'll help you understand and, more importantly, remember everything so much better. Welcome to ClearPath NCLEX. This is your go-to channel for high-yield content that's going to help you pass on your first try. Oh, I know that feeling. It's like your brain has 100 tabs open at once, right? You've got pathophysiology over here, pharmacology over there, plus all the signs, symptoms, and interventions you have to juggle. You know, the biggest challenge with the NCLEX isn't just memorizing facts, it's connecting them so you can make those safe, effective clinical judgments. So, how do we organize all of this chaos? Well, the answer is the nursing concept map. I want you to think of it as a roadmap for your brain. It's designed to help you navigate all the complexities of patient care and absolutely crush those NCLEX questions. So what exactly is a concept map? Well, put simply, it's a visual diagram that connects ideas. So instead of just pages of linear notes, you create this web that links everything from the patient's diagnosis all the way to your nursing responsibilities. This is the secret weapon for mastering those tough clinical judgment questions on the next-gen NCLEX. Now, you might see a few different styles out there, like spider maps, flowcharts, things like that. But honestly, for nursing, we pretty much always stick to a spider map where you have one central topic. So don't worry about all the other types. The main goal is always the same, connecting the dots visually. Okay, so let's get into the why. Why does this technique work so incredibly well for the NCLEX? Because it's so much more than just memorization. It actually changes how you think and helps you see that all-important big picture. See, concept maps force you to analyze information, which is really the heart of critical thinking, and that directly improves your clinical judgment, which helps you prioritize and figure out what to do first. You start to see the whole patient, not just a list of symptoms, and that is what bridges that gap from the textbook to the bedside. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This is backed by research. Studies have actually shown that students who use concept maps are way better at applying their knowledge in real-life situations. Seriously, this is a proven, evidence-based technique. It is a total game changer for your NCLEX prep. Ready to build one? I promise, it is so much easier than it looks. Let's break it down into just 3 simple, straightforward steps. Okay, here we go. Step 1, choose your main topic. This is usually going to be a big diagnosis, like heart failure. Step 2, you branch out with your main categories, and we'll talk about the key ones to use in a second. And step 3, you just fill in the key details under each branch. That's it. Let's do one together right now. Okay, let's build a basic map for one of the biggest topics you will definitely see on the NCLEX, heart failure. If you can, grab a piece of paper and follow along with me. First things first, we put our main topic, heart failure, right in the center of the page. Big circle. Then we draw our main branches. I always recommend starting with these 4, pathophysiology, signs and symptoms, nursing interventions, and medications. Think of these as the core pillars of everything you need to know. Now, let's start filling it in. So under pathophysiology, what's the core problem? We have a weakened heart muscle, which causes decreased cardiac output and fluid backup. Now think about it. This directly leads to our signs and symptoms, right? That fluid backup causes shortness of breath, edema, fatigue. See how they're already connected? Next up, what are we, the nurse, going to do about it? Let's think about our priorities. For nursing interventions, we're definitely going to monitor I's and O's, get daily weights, and put the patient in a high Fowler's position to help them breathe. And for medications, we'll list the key drug classes, like diuretics and ACE inhibitors. Each one is a direct response to the problems we just identified. And here is the final, most important step. Draw the lines. This is the magic. You connect fluid backup over to edema. Then you draw a line from diuretics back to edema to show how you are treating it. And just like that, it's not a list of random facts anymore. It's a single, interconnected story of patient care. Okay, so once you've got those basics down, I've got a few NCLEX-specific tips to make your maps even more effective for studying and to really help you focus on what matters for the exam. Definitely use colors. Maybe make all your priority actions red or all your medications green. Your brain loves that kind of visual organization. Also, try to keep your map neat. And this is a big one. Don't write down everything. Just focus on the high-yield info, the red flags, and the priority actions. And finally, practice. The more maps you make, the easier and faster it gets. All right, it's your turn. This is how you really make this knowledge stick. Let's take what we just learned and apply it right now. I want you to go ahead and pause this explainer in a second. Grab some paper and just sketch out a mini map for pneumonia. All you need is the main topic in the middle and those 4 key branches. Don't worry about all the tiny details yet, just build the framework. Go on, give it a shot. I'll be here when you get back. Okay, welcome back. How did that feel? Even if it was a little rough, you just took a huge step forward. Listen, nobody makes a perfect map on their first try. The goal here is progress, not perfection. Keep practicing this, and I promise you, you will start to see these complex topics just click into place. You've got this. I'm telling you, concept maps will help you connect everything and truly think like a nurse on the NCLEX. Just remember the basics. Start with that central topic. Branch out to your main categories like patho, signs, and interventions, and then use colors and arrows to connect all the ideas. Thank you so much for watching ClearPath NCLEX. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more high-yield NCLEX content. And hit that bell so you never miss the next game-changing tip. Now, drop a comment below. What topic do you want to see a concept map for next? I read every single one. You are doing amazing. Keep studying. You've got this. I'll see you next time.